Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. And I've been really busy and working on a lot of different pieces. So I've got quite like four things designed, but this one here is a necklace that I made out of wire, and these ones here are Russian amethyst and some light purple 4mm bicones. So today I want to show you how to make this necklace. It lays so pretty and it's so sparkly. The silver is really what sets off the most sparkle, just the way it lays on your neck. So it's just really, really light and really, really elegant and really, really pretty. Now I have made this chain to fit my neck, which I like my chains a little bit longer. I don't like them short up because I don't wear a lot of low-cut shirts, so I like this to kind of drape over top of my shirt. Anyways, I am going to show you how to make this very easy. There is no wire jig of any kind in here. It's all freehand, and I'll show you how to do that. So for supplies to make this, you're going to need some, I'm going to use 6mm round crystals. I used 6mm Russian amethyst in this one. So let me just come up a little bit more so you can see. 6mm amethyst. So I'm going to use 6mm black, and the reason I want to make a black and a crystal one is because I can wear this with anything, and I wear a lot of black anyways. So not shirts, but mostly my shorts and stuff are always black. You will need some 4mm bicones, and all this stuff is optional. You can put what you want in here as opposed to what I've got. So you can put whatever you like, whatever you see fit, you can use it. I'm just showing you a variation of what I made. So here's 6mm rounds, 4mm crystals, and this is crystal AB. You will need some eye pins, and I'm using 1-inch eye pins for this. And you will need, I'm going to show you how to make the necklace and the bracelet. Yesterday I made my sister a necklace and a bracelet, and I thought the bracelet was just beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to do that too. So I have, this is going to be for the bracelet, these larger oval jump rings, and then these two are going to be for the necklace, just to attach your toggle clasp. So you will need 2 toggle clasps if you're going to make a bracelet as well. In terms of tools, and I'm going to use, now this is up to you. Don't ever buy this zebra wire from Fire Mountain's Gems, because it's the most garbage wire I've ever bought. And I kick my ass big time for buying this crap. But this is all I have on hand, so I'm telling you right now, do not buy this shit from Fire Mountain's Gems, because this is real crappy garbage wire. And the sad part is all the coating, you can feel it. You can feel it in pieces. It's like it's chipped off. It's, believe me, you get what you pay for. Made in China? Yeah, garbage. Anyways, I bought it, and this is all I have right now. I have really good wire, but it's in a much weaker strength, and you need something 20 or smaller numbers. So you're going to need an 18 gauge, 20 gauge, or 16 gauge. I made my necklace here with the 20 gauge, which is nice. But for a bracelet, I would recommend using a little stronger wire, just because you don't want your bracelet to, because if you yank on this really hard, you're probably going to pull these apart no matter how much we hardened them. But on a bracelet where it's got a lot more wear and tear than what your neck would, I would recommend using a stronger wire. So I used a 16 gauge for my sister, but the 16 gauge wire I got, let me just show you how much this stuff is like freaking garbage. And I'm telling you this, don't ever buy this crap. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but if you can see, look at how the pieces of the wire, see all the coating? It is like literally almost gone. It's chipped off. So this is what I bought at Fire Mountain Gems, called zebra wire. Don't ever buy this crap. you can see right here, I can feel it when I put my fingers over this. You can clearly see it's chipped off. See that? Look it. But this is what I have to use because this is all I've gotten. We're on Victoria Day weekend, so nothing is open here today. I would go to Canadian Tire or something and buy some nice wire. But this crap, you get what you pay for. So please take my advice and don't buy this shit. Sorry for my language, but when I opened up this bag to use this 16 gauge, I was very disgusted. But I am going to use this to make my bracelet. Now, for something like this, which is sad, but you can always, once you make your little pieces, we make our little wave pieces, you can coat it with clear nail polish too, to protect the silver if you wanted to. You can do that because clear nail polish, it just acts like a coating on here since the shit kind of came like this. So yeah, what crap. I was so disgusted. I'm still disgusted. Can you tell? Anyways, take my advice and don't buy this crap. Period. Alright. In terms of tools, you will need something to mash your... This is a rubber mallet. You can bonk a few heads with this. Knock some sense into some people. If Fire Mountain Gems was really close by, I would whack them with this because I'm really disgusted in that zebra wave. I sound like a violent person, but I'm not. But, you know, just the thought sounds good. I don't want to hammer them. Anyway, you're going to need a rubber mallet. You're going to need a chasing hammer. And this is a chasing hammer. You're going to need this to harden your wire. You know, this crap wire. Definitely going to need some work on it. Alright, so you're going to need these two tools. You will also need your regular normal tools. So we have round nose, chain nose, cutters, and I'm going to use Weber's bail making pliers. If you don't have these, that's okay too, because you can just use your round nose. They work the same thing. It's just keeping your loops and everything ideal size, all of them the same, so they're all uniform shaped. So that's the only reason why I'm using these Weber's bail making pliers. So that's everything that you're going to need to make this necklace. Buy good wire. That's all I'm telling you. It's not worth to buy that crap cheap stuff. So anyway, I will see you back here once we get you get all your stuff together. One thing I forgot to mention, most important thing, is you will need a little bench block and a little tiny anvil that I got from Beataholique. Wasn't even all that expensive. The sad part is they don't make anything good anymore. Okay, I don't care who makes it, what company it comes from, but I was using this yesterday to make my sister's necklace, and I'm banging it and banging on her metal piece, and this silver piece fell right off this block of wood. So her husband had to use contact cement to glue this piece back on. So I'm just, gosh, I'm ashamed by some of this products that they sell, but it's the God-spoken truth. An anvil like this fell right off this wooden block, so the glue they used did not hold. But I'm pretty sure that the contact cement will work. It's not going to fall off, but you will need something to hammer on. And I hammer right here on my tabletop because it kind of deadens the sound. Okay, so I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, to get started using, pretend I have really expensive artistic wire, not this crap stuff. This is how I make mine. Now you're going to need, for an average size necklace or bracelet, whatever you're going to make. If you make both, that's great too. I just kind of pull my wire out and try to stretch it between my fingers here. Alright, now I did not cut any particular length or size. I kind of stayed within, let's see, within the 3-inch range. So I do have a ruler right here. I try to stay within 3 inches to 3.5 inches. So I eyeballed it. I just looked at it and thought, okay, that's long enough. Yep, we'll cut one of those. So you're going to cut 13 lengths and just eyeball it. Like, you don't need anything in specific amount because you're going to use the whole entire piece anyways. So if you cut bigger ones, smaller ones, it's okay. I'll show you how we do this. So you need 13 of these for roughly an 18-inch necklace. Oops, that's a little too long. Let's stick with. So I'm cutting 13 pieces. This is just for the necklace. Now, my sister has a small wrist, and her wrist is about 7.5 inches. I only used 4 pieces of the 16 gauge for her bracelet. And that was perfect length. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and oops, that's too long, 13. So we're good to go on all right, we have 13 of those. For my wrist, I'm going to use this crappy wire. So I'm going to cut the same thing, only a little wee bit longer because this is a thicker wire. So the thicker wire is going to, the shapes of these are going to be a lot bigger. But I am going to cut this piece, the garbage one, off. So that's crappy. So is this piece. I'm sorry, I have to waste this, but gosh, crap. Alright, so I'm going to cut mine about this long, and you're going to cut 4 of these. So let's just average it out. 2, I'm kind of eyeballing it. 3, and if you need more or less, that's perfect too, depending on your size of your wrist or your necklace, your neck. You're going to use that suited for your size. Alright, so let's get started with making our pieces. So grab one piece, and again, if you don't have needle nose pliers, or bill making pliers, that's okay too, because you can use these guys right here. Okay. Now, for now, I want to make my loop the smallest part of the bail making. So you can see there are 2 different sizes. There is a smaller one and a bigger one. So I am going to use the smaller one. So I'm going to grip my one end like this. So we're going to grip it like that. And we're going to, yes. Now, we're going to grip it like this. Can you see? I hope you can see. Let me go up a little wee bit more. So I'm going to the very tip, flush with the bill making pliers, and I'm just going to give this a turn and keep turning it till it meets the other end, like so. So you've got a loop, right? There's our loop. Now I'm going to grab it kind of like underneath it here. See where it is? Underneath. And I'm just going to bend it up like that. So we've kind of made one wave here. Alright, and then I'm going to remove these, and I'm going to take the biggest part of this, and I'm going to grasp it anywhere on this wire you want to grasp it, like so. And I'm just going to bend it over. Take that out, move it here. Okay, I'll make one right there, make a bend right there, like so. And we're going to make one more bend. We'll make it like right there and make a bend. So you should have a little piece left over. So this is what we've made so far, this piece here. Now this end here, you're going to take your small part of your bail making pliers again, and we're going to make another loop. So we're going to grasp it here, right in the edge, and we'll just roll. Roll and roll. So now you've got this. Now all you're going to do for this is, if you're using a 16 gauge wire or 18, something stronger, take your pliers and just squeeze them together like that. Squeeze all your ends together. Squeeze it like that and squeeze it like this. But because I'm using 20 gauge, I can do this with my hand. So there's one piece all squished together. Now this is where your anvil is going to come in handy. Alright, and the reason I'm using an anvil and I'm going to harden this by hitting it. So first you want to use your rubber mallet to get it nice and flat like that. See? It's nice and flat. And then you want to take your chasing hammer and really work on your bends. See these wave curves here? You really want to work on those. The more you hammer it, the harder your steel's going to get, your wire. So I'm just hammering and hammering and hammering. As you can see, it's spreading apart. So you just want to take your fingers and push it all back. Push it all back. And get it back into shape and start hammering again. And keep going until you can barely move any of these waves. You're going to need pliers to bend it. It is going to flatten it. I'm really beating on this. I'm taking my frustrations out on the junk stuff I got from Fire Mountain Gems. You're going to have to reclose your holes, and now I need to use my pliers. And make sure that your holes are closed super tight. So push this in, and this is where your pliers are going to come in handy because now we've completely hardened this. And squish there. And you can even use your pliers to close your gaps. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to whack this just to flatten it. Ah, stuck to my mallet. So this is the piece you've got. So you're going to make 13 of those. Or you can make more or less. This is good and strong now. It's not going to pull apart on you. You can always keep... Oops, took off on me. You can always keep hammering it so it does not come apart on you whatsoever. So that's good and strong. Yeah. Alright, so we've made one piece of our necklace piece. Now you can, like I said, coat this in nail polish if you use this crap wire from Fire Mountain Gems. But I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like waiting for it to all dry, so there's one. I'll show you one more time. Set that aside. Now take your bail making pliers and the smallest part of your pliers right here, and you can see I'm right flush. Just turn, turn, and turn till you meet on the other side. So you've made a loop. Now grab your loop. Actually, okay, I'll do this with these. So we want a little bigger, so we're just going to wrap this around like this, and that, oops, and I'm using round nose pliers. Okay, and we're going to grab it about here. So I'm about, I don't know, a little more than a quarter inch into the pliers, and I'm going to bend it around the pliers like so. Grab here, make a big one, grab it like that, and grab here and bend. And then we're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to make a loop. So let's go around and continue making your loop. So there we go. We've got one piece made. Push it here, push it there, push it here, and push it in there. So look at there. None of these are going to be the same. Okay, this is the difference here. None of them is going to be the same when you're finished making each one. And if you noticed on this, none of mine are the same. They look the same, but they're not. So, like I said, hammer this out, play with it, manipulate it a little bit to get it nice and flat and strong like this. It's a strong piece now. Okay, so you're going to make 13 of those. Now with your eye pins, these are going to be the pieces that go between each one of these. You can put however many beads you want on here. On your eye pin you can put whatever you want on your eye pin, but like I said, I'm going to just use the black. So you're going to pick up, this is what I did, I picked up a 4mm, a 6mm, and a 4mm on my eye pin like so. I bent this over with my fingers. It is a strong eye pin, so I have that. Then you're going to take your needle nose pliers and you want to make a fair size loop. You want to kind of mimic the one that's on here. So stick your things in there, your round nose pliers in there, and that's where you want to make your loop on this side here. So roughly about here. So fold this over top like so. You have this. And because I'm using a 1-inch, I don't have a lot here. And then I'm going to just trim this off right about where the neck of it is. Trim it off here. And that's too long. Trim it off a little more. And then I'm going to finish off my loop. Like so. So we kind of mimicked each side here. Now if your piece, both loops here are not facing each other, just grab it in your pliers. You can either twist it with your finger, but I'm using a really strong head pin, so I won't be able to do that. And give it a twist so they're both facing the same way, like that. Okay? Each loop's facing that way. So you're going to make 13 of those as well, I think. If not, we'll just make some more. But this is what I'm making. So make those. Make 13 of these. Or however long you want to make your necklace. Make as many of these as you want. And I'll be back. Okay, so I have completed making all my little wavy pieces here, and I've done the ones for the bracelet. And I did those in 16 gauge, and I did a bunch of these to join everything. So I'm going to show you how to join everything, how easy it is to assemble this necklace and bracelet. This is the only part here is the time-consuming part, is making these connection here things, these components. Now you're going to start with your needle nose pliers, simple, easy. I fixed all my loops, made sure they were all straight just to make it easier and less time in closing them. So all you're going to do is take one crystal connection, open your loop, turn it towards you, and add one wavy link and close it. And that's one piece done. You're going to take another connection, open it up, and add the other end of your wave, the loops that you made. And make sure when you pounded these that you closed your links very tight. And close that up. So we have this. Okay, so now you're just going to go on one end of these and open and just work your way down. Open, close, and hook, and close. Adding another link, open this one. Add the link and close. Now this is where you're going to just judge or try it on for size and see how big you want, how long you want to make your necklace or how short you want to make your necklace. So I'm just going along here, opening these links quickly, loops, connecting them and closing them. Open. It's very easy to assemble. And close. And then we're going to open another link. We have a troublemaker. We have a parrot who is stealing everything, and when you try to take the crystals away from him, he bites. Tiki, no! No, drop it. My husband's got to get him. Okay, that was cute. He just snuck his way up here. So open this and add a link and close. So that's it. You're just going to go along and add all your, you see none of my waves are even the same. This one kind of sticks out here. But this necklace looks really pretty on. I kid you not. You're not going to regret making this. So I'm going to go off camera and finish adding all of my connections and my 13 pieces. And I'll be back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I assembled by adding all of the pieces. Now, this is where you can test the length. Like this to me is not very long. So, but if you like your necklaces short, that's perfect for you. But what I don't want is these wave links going around my neck. So all I'm going to add is on each side, I'm going to add 2 extra links of crystals. So when this does up around my neck here on the toggle clasp, this part will be resting on my neck and I won't be having any of these dig in. So it'll be much more comfortable. So I just thought I would let you know that. That's what I'm going to do, is just add extra links in here of your crystals. And we're going to put some more here. So that's one side done. And it will extend the length of your chain. So don't want it this long, then don't add so many of the waved links in between your crystals. Shorten it that way. This way it'll sit very comfortable on your neck, not itch you or scratch or dig in or anything like that. So now I'm very comfortable with that, in that length. So to add the closure, I'm going to use the smaller oval jump rings. So I'm just going to open them up like so. I'm going to add 1/2 of my toggle and add one end of my chain and grab my other pliers and close up the loops nice and tight. And that's not closed. And that is. So there's one that's not closed. I'm not too sure what kind of concoction I have going here. Oopsies. There. Okay, that side's done. Now let's do this one. Open. Add your toggle piece. And add the other piece of your chain, your necklace. And close up your jump ring. Nice and tight. So there. The necklace piece is done. And I think this looks really stunning in the black and the crystal. So there's the necklace, all done. Now I went ahead and I joined all the pieces for the bracelet, again in the 16 gauge wire, because this is stronger and it's a lot harder to pull that apart now, because now we've hammered them all and hearted them. So I'm going to use the bigger jump rings now on the bracelet, because I used the bigger chain, and these are much stronger jump rings I can't open with my fingers. I will add a toggle piece and one loop of my bracelet and close this up. Perfect. And let's add, oh, I can't open it. Imagine that. And we will add the other end of our bracelet and the other piece of toggle and close it up. There. And now you've just made yourself a nice matching bracelet. Oh boy, this is too big. So if you have this happen to you and it's too big, because that's way too big, I'm just going to take out one of these whole links and I'm going to attach my toggle right to that and just have this, or balance it out whatever way you want, but yeah, that's too big. Yeah, anyway, now what you can do with this entire piece is take one connector like this, one of your wave links, and attach this to just this piece to an earring hook and make yourself a pair of matching earrings to go with your necklace and your bracelet. Anyways, I had a lot of fun making this. I really enjoyed this tutorial, making these funky waves and comfortable to wear, and this really pretty necklace. It looks really stunning on, very sparkly, and once you hammer all your metal it becomes even shinier, so it looks nice like that. Gives it a lot of sheen. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you have fun making it. Make sure you subscribe and you like me on I Bead For You Facebook page, which is down below. The link's right there. And also, if you make stuff, make sure you post your pictures on I Bead For You. I would really like to see other people's choice of colors, maybe change up the design a little bit and making it your own. Anyways, have yourself a great week, everyone, and good luck in the contest, and see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.